Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. This is DawnDoesLife, and today I thought I would do a whip and chat. Now I have to tell you something. This is the second time I'm recording this. All this that I did the first time I thought I had hit record, which I had not. So I'm just gonna carry on. Whip and chat means work in progress, and the chat part of that is just me opening up my mouth and sharing what's been going on in my life and hopefully finding out what's been going on in yours. So grab whatever you're working on. I don't know, some people will clean their house, do their dishes, grab a project, grab a cross stitch, grab a diamond painting. And I'm just going to start over telling you all the things that I've already told you, but I'll tell you them again. So I am using my new pen I just got from Kevin's Creations on Etsy. I absolutely love this pen. Look at the colors. I'm just going to spin this around. It's so pretty. And of course it's got this really nice green. Love the bumps in it. I don't have anything else like this, and it's very, very comfortable. I have to tell you that because I've been working on it for a while. I'm also using crystal wax. I'm using some of her regular wax. I have it both in my tip at the end, and then I have it in my tip in the big, or my single placer. I'm a little kerfuffled. Kerfuffled? I can't believe I spent all this time. I think it was like 45 minutes or so of me babbling and then find out that I didn't even have record on. I mean, that is just my style. So I should be able to finish this. I was actually contemplating wrapping it up for the night, but now that I don't have anything recorded, I can keep going. So the majority of this is all 939. I also will show you, I have been kind of working on it. I'll just move that up and take my tweezers off. I've been working on it just to get myself used to squares again, and I decided to go down from a 10 placer to a 4. I think a 10 placer was just a little bit too much for me to handle, and I want to make my diamond painting look nice. There is the thumbnail. I'm working on the elephant who is having a blast in, I don't know where, just blowing up some water. And the water is in multicolor. So I've already hit some of the multicolor, just bits and pieces of it, but on this second row I think we're going to see a lot of it. Let's get myself all situated here and then get back to it. So I do have like conversation notes, just things that I don't want to forget to talk about. But starting off, I wanted to find out what you guys are working on. Do you guys have any special projects? Do you have any special things going on for this summer? I know Greg and I were planning on, we were thinking, kind of chatting about taking off to BC at the beginning of July, but it didn't work out because of his work. But we do have family there. Sorry, I'm just taking a sip. I have my aunt there. My husband's niece is there, or my niece is there. And then as well, we have 2 YouTube friends. One is in Vancouver. They're called Essatino Artists, and which, by the way, if you are learning, or if you are wanting to grow your channel and learn all the tips and tricks about marketing, they do tutorials, they do editing tutorials, they do mindset, just to get yourself in that mindset, figuring out ways to problem solve things that are roadblocks to you. They have helped me immensely. They put out videos all Monday to Friday, but every Thursday they do a live stream. And it's usually about an hour. And we all get together and we just chat. And it began with coronavirus, actually. They did 60 some odd days straight. And it was just a way for us all to kind of feel normal and get together and support each other. And then they went away from that. They were doing that daily for a while. And then they got away from that and went into once a week. And it's just been an ongoing thing. And I tell you, I get so upset if I'm not able to participate in one of their weekly live streams. They help me so much. And I just love that we've all, it's such a supportive group in there. And I've gotten to know a lot of them, and it's just great people that are there for the same reasons that I am there. Look at all of that gunk. Ay, ay, ay. So I am going to try and take a bit of it off, but also at the end, I will give this a good brush. But I find with this wax, it's really good, but the first couple times it just tends to leave a bit of residue. I still love it though. And I'm just going to push that all back in. Try and take off any extra. But so, do you guys have any summer plans going on? Any summer projects? Are you involved in any? Look at it still doing it. I wonder if it has to do with the fact that it's like there's lights, there's camera. Like, it definitely is warmer in this room. I just gotta put down my pen so I can get into this. I don't know if I'm wasting my time here. Believe it or not, it does settle down. But share in the comments below what is making making you happy and what things you've got going on. It must be so nice to be able to get together with family again. We haven't done a lot of that. We have a little bit. Greg was downstairs playing D&D with his group. He plays with his sister and her husband and his best friend and a couple other guys, and they've been doing it through this entire COVID, and they have just been having so much fun with it. My husband's a nerd, but a cool nerd. Let's try single placing a couple. So they get to do that, and they do that about once every couple of weeks, depending on if like his sister was just in Vancouver and on the island. Oh yeah, Greg's sister lives on the island, and then another one of my subscribers lives on the island, and he came into Saskatoon to meet with me, and I would really, really love to visit him in his haunt. I said haunt, but haunt. And his wife is just a sweetheart. She, I also met her when he came into town, and I really, really liked her. So, I don't know, they just became people that I think about, you know? And I'd love to meet their little daughter, Jenna. So yeah, I need to make arrangements to get that way at some point. The abstract face, funny face, or it's not funny face, I call it a funny face. It is a funny looking face, but the abstract face caused me a lot of grief, I'll tell you. I am so happy to be done that painting. I would say, even though I love the end result, it is beautiful. Here, I'll show it to you really quick. It's so beautiful. I have it here because I'm about to dekit it. I can just move my stuff out of the way. But like, look at it. It's so pretty. And it's just such a cool, it's just totally me. It's just totally me. Let's put it that way. But I do need to dekit it, and I need to talk about some of the issues I had with it, because believe me, there were a few. And I don't want to go into it in too much detail, but suffice it to say, it was a cheap Amazon product. And I'll just leave it there. It was not... If that had been my first painting, I don't know. If that had been my first painting, I might not have continued on with diamond painting, which is really, really sad. Because the painting that I like the least was my very first one, but it made me fall in love with diamond painting. So maybe this one would too. I don't know. But just knowing what I know now, I really struggled with it, and I was not happy with it, to say the least. But I'm happy with the end result. So if you had any paintings like that, that you just couldn't wait, you were so happy to be finished and over and done with, but you still like looking at them, because that's what it is. I mean, I still like it. I just hated doing it. I really, really hated doing it. So what has been going on? Milo, my kitty. I guess I should give you guys a bit of a... So about a month ago, I posted out to please send good thoughts Milo's way. He was not feeling good. Oh, he was having some respiratory issues. And I thought it was, I honestly, if I think back, I thought it was game over for him. He was having a hard time breathing. And he just had gotten really lethargic, and oh, I was so scared. But the day that kind of came to head for me, he went into kind of a sneezing, coughing fit, and then from that point forward, every breath he took in was just this really horrendous wheeze. And it was middle of the afternoon, and I just sat with him waiting for Greg to come home. And the second Greg came home, I was just in tears, and I said, I think we need to take him in because he's not doing very well. And we did. We took him into the small animal clinic at the university. And it turns out that what I thought was coughing was more or less sneezing. So that's good. That means that there's some sort of a blockage or a cold or something going on in his nose. And they gave him a round of antibiotics. And it did actually help for a bit. It was 7 days, and then he seemed to be better. And then it kind of went back to being sniffly, I guess is the best way I have to say it. So we've taken him to the vet, and she wanted to do a urinalysis and then as well a blood test. And the urinalysis, no problem. He hated her. Oh, like, I don't know if it was the white vest or what, but he did not like her. The second she even looked at him, he just growled at her. It was kind of funny, actually. But the assistant helped keep him down in a comfortable way while she could do what she needed to do. My daughter came with me the first time, and she took him out to go get the blood results, but she came back in and she said, unfortunately, with senior cats, sometimes the blood just doesn't want to come out fast enough. So she wanted to send us home for the day, and he was already so overstressed and overstimulated by everything. So she sent us home with this, I think it's called gabapentinol or something like that. It's something to calm them right down. And she said give it about an hour and a half before you come back in. And then he should be calm enough that we can get the blood. And they wanted to get it from his jugular. I don't know how in the hell they did that, but anyways, she said we would still hear him crying, and to just not worry that they're not doing anything to hurt him, that it's just normal. He's a cat. And we heard one. And we figured it was when Greg was with me the second time. We figured it was when they have this little sort of cup that they put over their head that covers their mouth, but not their eyes, so that they can still see everything that's going on. And we heard one miserable yowl. And then he was fine. And we were thinking, oh, wow. And then they didn't bring him back in, and we thought, okay, well, maybe they just put it on and they're giving him time to calm down before they take it. But we never heard anything from him again. So next thing we know, she's bringing him back in, and she said it's all done, and that went super easy. And they were able to get the blood, and the problem was the urine was only good for a certain amount of time. So if they hadn't got the blood that day, they would have had to do a whole nother urine, extract more urine. So it worked out, and then we heard back a couple days later that he is actually presenting with the first stages of urinary problems. And so we have changed his diet, which he's a very, very finicky cat. We're continuing on with the antibiotic at least until it's done. And then have changed out his food to a kidney, one that's more friendly to the kidney. I think it's called Hill's Diet, KD or something. And then once we've got him settled into eating this new food, because believe me, sometimes that's an issue with him, we are going to add on, and I can't remember, I have it written down, but it is another medicine that we can add into his food, like sprinkle over top of it or something. And that's the stuff that will help the kidney. It won't fix it, it won't cure it, but it will prolong it longer. So that still does not explain what's going on in his nose, but at least we caught that. And I think part of what's going on in his nose, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. This is a guess. But I think when we get a haircut, I just find that he gets really extremely stuffy when he's cleaning himself, and he does a lot. And I'm hoping that when his fur is cut into the line cut, there's like, his body is pretty much shaved. There'll be nothing for him to grab onto, and that will decrease that. So we'll see. And they gave us some of the gabapentinol to keep him calm during his next 2 hair grooming appointments as well. So I need something like that when I go get my hair cut. I just got my hair cut, and she went so short, like shorter than I wanted her to go. And I'm at this stage where I don't really know what to do with it. I need it to grow another inch or so. Maybe longer. I don't know. But it's barely tuckable behind my ears. In fact, I don't even really think that it is. And it's making styling it very difficult. And you guys know how I like to have my hair just so. So, what else has been going on? Oh, we decided not to sell our home. We decided, it was actually kind of funny how it happened. Neither one of us really talked about it, but we could kind of tell the other person wasn't as into it. And we were just both on the same page. We wanted to wait and see what was going to happen. What's going to happen with the economy. I mean, Lord knows, you know, like, is this really over? We hope that it is. But then, you know, so many jobs have been lost, and we just don't know where the economy is going to be in a year from now. And we don't know what house prices are going to look like, and we don't know what the bank rates are going to look like. And we just wanted everything to kind of settle down before we made any changes. We have it really good where we are. Not the neighborhood. We don't like the neighborhood. But we can stay here one more year while we figure it out. That's the way I look at it. And I mean, we have home security. Our whole house is wired, and it's wired. Like, we get alerts on our phone if anything happens weird. Like, if I'm out shopping and Greg comes home from work, I get the notification that he's opened the garage. That sort of thing. And actually, we just had a technician out yesterday. The person who installed the garage door opener, well, it's not an opener, it tells you when it's open. I just have to put a bit more wax on here. The person who initially installed it put the wrong level, the wrong device in, and it was too far away from the panel, and so we kept on getting these reports all hours of the night and day that the garage had been bypassed, or the garage door had been opened, or I don't know how many times in my pajamas I'm running outside to see if Greg maybe forgot to close the door, and it's closed and we can't understand why. And we had called and called and called, and nobody did anything. Like, it was a third-party company that did the install for them. This guy was from TELUS, and he just kind of rolled his eyes, and he's like, yeah, they really didn't do it as they were supposed to. I mean, if you knew the whole story of how that all went down, the guy showed up at our house, offered us this system. We were thinking, yeah, we want something, and told us it would be one thing. It ended up being another, and then we had to fight with them to get it the way they said it would be, and it has just been not a pleasant experience. But knowing that we're secure, that definitely, I mean, hell, you can't even go out on the back deck without hearing a notification that the back door's been opened. Like, I like that. Definitely like that. But I also want it to work when my husband leaves for work and it's telling me that he left the garage door open. I don't want to have to run out there and check on it every single time. So he fixed it, and it hasn't done it since. And the funny thing is, when he came to the door, I was like, what are you doing here? I was not happy to see this guy. It was like inconvenient. And I was thinking, like, I didn't book an appointment with you, and I don't know why you're here. But what had happened was I set off the silent alarm on the panel, and I didn't even know there was a silent alarm on the panel. And I remember the day a parcel had been delivered, and somehow the panel froze, And it was apparently because I had set off the silent alarm. And so, of course, they're calling me and they're like, what's going on? Are you okay? Are you free to talk? Blah, blah, blah. What's your code? And got that all straightened out. And I guess they sent this guy out. But anyways, I'm glad they did in the end because he was able to. I said, you know, my problem isn't what just happened. I mean, that was a fluke. My problem is the fact that we've called you and called you and called you and called you and called you about this stupid garage door panel. And nobody is doing crap about it. And it's driving us up the wall. And now it seems fine. Whoops, I think I just bumped the microphone. And if I did, I am very, very sorry. And I dropped my... Oh, you don't want to come up. So yeah, that happened. Anyway. Hopefully it won't happen anymore. Cross my fingers. Knock on wood. Do anything. Cross my fingers and toes and eyelashes. And hair. And everything else that will prevent it from continuing to be a problem. So. And I am thinking about, oh, one of my games, my energy is full. I need to take the notifications off that. I hate it when they, like, I'll play the game when I want to play the game. I don't care if the energy is full or not. So, what else has been going on? We've covered Milo. I have a little book here with all my notes in it, so I don't forget to tell you stuff. Decided not to sell this up. Oh yeah, so something super excited happened to me last week. So at the beginning of the week, I got this email from this person saying they wanted to collaborate. And I read it, and they were saying that they would send me product, and then they were asking me to unbox it on the channel. Now, I have a suspicious mind, and at first I was like, I don't know what this is, but somebody's trying to scam me, and it turned out to be real. And then the next day, another company called me, or not called me, sorry, emailed me, and same thing. The budget was different. The parameters were a little bit different, but the same idea. They wanted me to unbox items on my channel, and they would send them to me for free. And third day, another company called me, and I was like, what the heck is going on? So I spoke to all three of them, got that one all settled, or got those ones all settled, got my items picked, and I mean, I picked some not necessarily diamond painting stuff, and I tried to be very cognizant of, you know, these are budget sites, and not all of their work is licensed, so I was making sure that I was picking stuff that was okay for me to show on my channel. And then a couple days later, a fourth company contacted me. Two of them have so far gotten back to me with tracking numbers. They're on their way. Both of them are sending me extra product. So that will be interesting. And I assume that they will come within a month or so. I'm going to assume, and this is based off of not really knowing for sure, but I assume that they're coming from China. And I, excuse me, I'm going to take another sip. And I just got the notifications today about the tracking. So it's not even in the system yet. I'll give it a day or two before I check on it to find out where it's coming from. But I'm just so excited. I have these items that are coming to me for free. I get to try them out for free, and then I get to show them to you guys and see what you guys think of them. So that made my couple of days. And then I went and opened, like I was talking to Greg and I'm like, I don't know where I should be sending these. And he's like, get a box. And so I went and ordered a post office box because we don't want my YouTube associated to, I know there's one of you that knows my actual address, Brandon. But I don't want to make a habit of it because not all people are sweet like you. So we decided to open up a post office box, and all of my anything to do with the channel will be coming through that post office box. And then it got me to thinking, like, how can I get you guys involved in this? And I have an idea, and I hope you guys like it. It always interests me to think where you guys are from, like, you know, the different people all around the world, all around the States, all around North America, wherever you're from. I would love to know where you're from. So I'm going to ask you guys to all send me a postcard. I think that would be so much fun, and I'll send you guys one back too. Or if you want to send me a letter, send me a letter. I will write back. And I think that would be a really fun way to get to know each other and share our deepest, darkest secrets. Because you can't always say exactly what you want to say in the message boards. Or maybe you can. But I just thought this would be a fun way to kind of get to know each other on a deeper level and know where we're all from and what it's all like where we're from, and it would be a good way to utilize that box. So at the end of every video, I'm putting the address, and I hope that some of you decide to take me up on it, because like I said, I would love to learn about where you're from and the kinds of things that you can do where you are. So let's be pen pals. Like, and I will write back, I promise. I will try to come up with something interesting and write back, for sure. Or I'll send you a postcard too of Saskatoon, the city of bridges. Paris of the Prairies, that's the other one we're called. But I was like, I don't know, I thought it would be fun. And I hope you guys too, and I hope you guys will utilize it and do it, because that would make me so happy. It also would be happy to put like people to the people. You want to send me a picture of yourself, it would put a face to the name. That'd be awesome. Send me whatever you want. But let's just get to know each other and have fun. I also have a Facebook page because I know nothing. Instead of opening a group, I opened a page, and so I've deleted it, and I'm gonna work on making a new group so that we can all get together and share our work. And I'm gonna be one of those people who it's self-promotion. That's what it's all about. I want you guys to share what you guys are doing, and if you have a YouTube channel, I don't care if you share it. In fact, the more places that I can go and watch different diamond painting videos, the happier I am. So I kind of have to think it through. I've got a few weeks before my other page is empty or gone or deleted or whatever. And I think that I'm going to revamp the page to be, right now it was just like I was posting everything, and then I was also posting Skip the Dishes, but my channel has really, there we go. Oops, sorry, I just banged my microphone again. My channel has really changed from Skip the Dishes to more crafts and I just find this community, that the support in this community is just so flippin' fantastic. And you are not ever going to hear from me, at least not on that page, and not ever in a video, that what you're working on isn't copyright. Or I think we are all adults and we all want to do what's best, and it's not ever going to be me that gives somebody shit for, I don't know, maybe I might have to let that dry out a bit more. Yay, we did the 939. So 939 is like that crazy color. I think I have 2 more bags of it, or at least 1 more bag of it. This entire top section has just felt like 939 hell. So I can imagine what people who have nothing but black feel like. I mean, this looks black to me. Come on. Do you guys have any plans for Christmas this year? I know it's like, it's July. We're in a drought. Like, seriously, we've had no rain. Our grass is brown. And we don't really want to run the water because it's like you run the water and it just all dissipates anyways. So we're hoping for some rain. We're probably going to have to run it pretty soon. 939. But it just looks like hay almost. It's so awful. What is my next one? Number W3819. I think I'm going to do it in my... Actually, let's do it in my... I really like this knockoff sword. I think I'm actually going to order at least 1 more. The one that has 2 rows of the small, because I have noticed that I do tend to use a lot of the smaller. Like Chupa is, I think, going to be the next one I work on. It's so funny, Christine over at Needle to Needle got the exact same painting, only she didn't realize she had it. She was like, oh, that's so nice, I might have to get it. And then she got it. And she didn't know she got it, so whatever. So we laugh and we're Chupa twinsies. I really like Patrice Murciano. I like his style of art. I just love it. And I'm trying to figure out a way that maybe she'd want to work on it at the same time as me. And then maybe we could do like a live stream and share some of our subscribers. I've seen a couple of subscribers come over from her channel. She's very different. She's very soft spoken. And of course I'm more in your face, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Sometimes it drives people nuts, sometimes it doesn't. I have to just get over what other people think and, you know, just try to be the best version of myself, I guess. I don't know. You know, I'm not a bad person, you know. Some people don't like, oh, I have to tell you. Oh, no, I don't even want to tell you. I was in Dollarama the other day, and mask mandates are done. I was not aware that meant that the social distancing mandate was also done, but I also feel like if I feel like you're in my face, I'm going to tell you. And there's a guy in the lineup. I feel bad, but listen to this. He was right behind me in the line, and his kid was running circles around him and bumping into me constantly. And every time I moved up, he would move up so that he was right beside me. And he would bump into me, and finally he was going into the pop container, and I finally had just had enough, and I said, like, this was my words, I am really not trying to be rude, but could I get you to back up just a little bit? And he looked at me like he was going to excuse my language, he was going to kill me. He wanted to rip me from shred to, like, top to bottom. And I couldn't understand. And so I started to say, I'm sorry, I'm really not trying to be rude. I just feel better if I have a little bit of space. And he said, you're fucking annoying me. I'm repeating his words. You're annoying me. Just shut your mouth. Only use the F word in there. And I just looked at him like, what? I am not one for backing down ever. Like, ever. If you cannot speak to me nicely, I am going to call you on it every single time. And if that makes me a Karen or whatever, I don't care. I don't think I'm Karen. I think I'm a nice person. I think I'd had it with this guy. Anyway, I said, there is no need to be rude. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he said, I'm not being rude. And then he called me a bitch. And I said, you are being rude, and I would appreciate it if you would stop. And he said to me, I told you to shut your effing mouth. What's the matter? Do you want me to come over there and shut it for you? And I mean, where we live, there are people that walk around with backpacks full of weapons. I don't know who this guy is, but there's something in me that thinks, no. If you let one person get away with behaving like that, then they all are fueled by that and decide that that's how they're going to be with everybody. I was doing nothing wrong. I even apologized to him. I told him I wasn't trying to be rude. He came up beside me. I was ahead of him in the till, and I was talking to the cashier, and she's looking at me with these like wide eyes, and I said, oh no, you heard that? And she said yes. I said, I am so incredibly sorry. Meanwhile, beside me, this guy is at the till beside me, and he's saying, I was having a great day until this biatch came along. And I was like, what? I said, what is wrong with you? Like, I do not understand why you are having this reaction. I simply asked you if you could just move over a little bit. And not because he was close to me, although that was driving me nuts. It was because he was not being respectful of my space whatsoever. He was bumping into me to go into the cooler. He wasn't even asking, excuse me. I kept on trying to give him the signals that when I would move up, I'd only move up a very small amount of space. And I know that there are going to be people out there that think, you know, I should have just let him do whatever. He yelled at me all the way to my car. He ended up making a comment about shutting my effing mouth. My husband, I probably annoy the hell out of my husband. And then he looked at me and he said, if you even have one. And at that point I thought, you know what, this guy is a waste of time. There's just going to be nothing that I can say that is going to stop this situation from getting any more. So I didn't say anything. He ended up finishing with his register before me, and he actually waited for me at the door so he could start yelling at me some more, and I just ignored him and went out to my car and said, I actually did say to him, what you're doing right now is just not necessary. And of course I got told to F off and whatever. Like, I just, as I walked across the street to my car, he was down the road. We were nowhere near each other, thank goodness. But he watched me get in my car. He watched me stop at the gas station, pulled up right beside my car, and yelled something at me as he was going by. I thought I was dead. I actually really was afraid. And all I could think was I should have just let him like do what he wanted to do. I shouldn't have said anything at all. I was so afraid. I was pretty shooken up. I was shooken up by the time I got home. It took me a while to calm down from that because it escalated so quickly and I didn't understand why. I kept backtracking and trying to be accommodating and apologetic, and it just wasn't, and he'd ramp it up, and then of course that would piss me off because I don't like rudeness. I just don't. I don't like unfounded rudeness, and so it's anyway. So yeah, that happened. You guys got any plans for Christmas this year? I know it's still summer, but some people start to think ahead. My daughter, oh my goodness. Her boyfriend's father got a really good deal on a condo and bought them all tickets to go to, invited them all to go to, I think they said Maui. I think. I might have that wrong. But they're going for Christmas, and I think she has enough points saved up with her air miles, or her boyfriend does, that she's getting her ticket paid or something like that. Anyway, she's going for 2 weeks in December. So Greg and I got talking and we're like, well, we should go. We have grandkids here, but it depends if they're with their father. And I do know we want to go. We were talking about possibly going for 14 days, though. Whether or not that will ever happen, I have no idea. But sure would be nice. I don't know, maybe this is your experience, but the last few times we've gone, it's like you get there and it takes you 3 or 4 days to figure out the map of the resort. And then by the time just as you start to get comfortable with where everything is and the lay of the land, it's time to come home. It's happened to us so many times. And so we were thinking of going for a longer period if we went again. But like I said, whether or not that'll actually happen, I mean, it depends on what the prices of resorts are. I've heard some resorts are lowering their prices to try and make up for the lack of business they've had. And then I've heard some resorts are just saying, fuck it, or screw it, they're raising their prices. Did I say that? They're raising their prices to make up for the lack of. Some of them are lowering them, some of them are raising them, and the ones that we've gone to don't seem like they're lowering, that's for sure. So I don't know. But it won't be for months yet if we do go. So it's I guess we'll just see what the market does. I mean, part of me is like, yeah, travel. And then part of me is like, do we really want to? Like, do we want to just like wait one more year? I don't know. I keep on saying one more year, but honestly, like, do you want to be in a foreign country where you don't fluently speak the language, trying to explain to a doctor what's ailing you? I don't know. I'm not really sure what I feel about that. But then at the same time getting out and just living life. And I think that's what I have to get over, and that's my own mental block. It's just like, get out, live life. Things won't go back to normal until people do. It's like, you know, when there's a terrorist attack or something, that's like, you know, you're not gonna make me afraid. I'm still gonna live my life. And I feel kind of like that happened. My problem with this is that I just don't know for sure that it's over. And I say that with all of the hope in the world that it is. But there's this part of me that is just like, I don't know. But it's gotta be, right? I mean, like this, it's been a few years. It's gotta be over. Okay, that's all I've got there. Really, really, really like this. I'm probably, whoops. Probably putting a few too many, diamonds in here, but I do really like how it lines the diamonds up. I'm so tired. I think it's about, oh, it's after midnight. Oh geez, I'm knocking more out. Tired Dawn. There we go. 891. F is, where are you? 3803. I think I'm just going to use this small because I don't think there's too many of these. So are you guys going back to work right away? Has your workplace changed at all? Are you now considered working from home? I know I've heard that some companies are doing that. My youngest daughter works for the federal government, and she pretty much works from home. She has a whole home office set up now. And then of course my sister-in-law works for another division of the federal government, and same thing, like her front room is her office during the day, and she uses her TV as her monitor. And she can see everything nice and big. But Caitlin's room, or Caitlin's office, is so cool. Like, she's got her laptop, and then she's got another laptop, and then she's got like two screens, so she can use her laptop screen and these two screens to have information all over the place. I had that years ago. I had two screens. Only two. Well, was it? Yeah, I think it was two screens. Or my laptop and one screen, maybe. That's what it was. And that was pretty cool. Being able to move stuff over so that you could see other stuff while you were working. Or have the schedule up and see who was available, that kind of thing. And one more F. Ah, we are getting there, you guys. So I don't know, like, I don't know if industries, if they can work you from home, why wouldn't they? The costs of not having to have an office would be worth it, I would think. And then, of course, your work pool changes. There's so many more people are able to work if they can, you know, stay home with their kids or whatever the reason is. I came across a 939 that I did not do. Hopefully that's the last one. So Caitlin and I went and got our first pedicures of over 2 years. That was fun. It was a fun mom-daughter day. But yeah, it felt good to have my feet done. And I usually only do them once in the summertime, and then maybe once if I'm going away. But I hadn't done them at all. Hers too, she said they were getting pretty rough as well, and we got them done. Yay! And it's just so nice where we go, they have these massaging chairs, and the whole time you're getting it done, you're also getting your back massaged. I think they're called shiatsu chairs. Maybe I'm wrong, but they hurt actually. But yeah, we've been doing, or I'll go and pick her up and bring her back so she can spend time with Milo. And I have to say that it has been really nice to have this newfound, oh, I've got a drill there. I don't know if it looks like the same color that I'm working on. It's really nice to have this newfound adult relationship with your young kids, right? When they live with you at home, things can get tense, and they want their space, and they want to spread their wings, but they don't want to live on their own, and sometimes it can be tumultuous. But it is so nice to have conversations with her, and it's nice when she calls me in the middle of the day and says, "Hey, how's it going?" And it's nice that we can do these things together. As mother-daughter version too. I still want to do, she got me those diamond paintings for Christmas, and we've never done them because we haven't had a chance to, and I'm looking forward to doing them. Well, that's not gonna fit. Or having coffee, or having lunch, or, you know, just nice. It's nice to have those moments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I only have 4. So we'll go 3, 2. almost done, guys. I can't believe I taped this entire thing and then like whatever, sat here and did this entire thing or almost entire thing and wasn't recording any of it. Like, rookie mistake. Whatever. My brain. Okay, I don't have a great brain. Like, I have the kind of brain that these types of things happen, and hopefully you guys will still love me and support me for it. Almost done another square. And I wasn't planning on doing the whole square on the one video anyway. I was actually planning on getting at least part of the black done and then just calling it a night and coming back and doing another section on another day. I'm happy that once we get down into here, we're going to get into more colors. And we'll have more things going on. I want to get into the elephant. I can't wait to see what that's going to look like. And then what do I have here? A? I've never seen an A like that. Is that an A? I'm looking for this and I'm not finding it. What the heck? Oh, there it is. 413. This one. Ooh, a gray. This is the first time I've seen a gray. There's a few, so I won't pull too many. Oh, I just hit my microphone again. I'm so sorry. That has got to sound, I don't know, I'll see what it sounds like on post. Maybe I can get it out altogether, but I have to assume that that would be really not a pleasant sound. 677. And I've just got one of these. My husband's in the kitchen. C is what? 414. Another gray. He's making noise in there. So please forgive the noise you're hearing. I mean, it's no hitting a microwave or anything, but and question mark is 164. Okay, so that actually seems like it's going to be the last thing I post to this section. Stick to the section. 59, 164. So, where are we at? We have done a section. I recorded for a bunch of time that the recording wasn't, sorry, I didn't record for a bunch of time that I was laying drills down. Kind of, I feel like I've caught you up on everything that's going on with me or in my life. Make sure you send me a postcard. I think that would be so much fun. Again, the address will be down at the bottom of the description And if you liked this video and if you had fun, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the channel. I would really love it if you join the family. And whatever you're doing, wherever you are, I hope you're having tons of fun and just finding a moment in your day that makes you happy, brings you joy, and maybe a little bit of a smile. I will catch you guys all in the next video. Until then, bye.